Welcome to the Dragon's Tome. This is issue 196 of the Dragon magazine we're talking about. We go through every issue chronologically from 1 to 1 million. My name's Rob.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Chopper.
This one is August 1993. The cover is by Scott Burdick. He usually does the covers for Dungeon magazine. And he had this cover, and he's just walked up to them, and they're like, "You want this cover?" And they're like, "Sure." It's a cool cover.
It is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It would be a nice poster to have on the wall, actually.
So, what do you think this is painted with?
I don't know.
Watercolor?
Could be.
Kind of looks a little bit of watercolory, doesn't it? Especially in the cloak area.
Mm-hmm. Could be inks, but very cool. It's a lady, but her hand's all messed up, so I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, it looks like a foot.
Yeah, I think it's some kind of creature dressed as a lady with a pet dragon.
Oh, wait. Or do you think it's the dragon polymorphing into a human and the claw hasn't changed to a hand yet?
It could be that, too.
Oh, like the woman's just an illusion that the dragon's portraying in front of it. So
yeah, it is kind of see-through. Yeah. You can see through the dragon through her.
You can see the bottom of the neck. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good call. And it could be alcohol inks. It does have that ink quality too.
Yeah. Gouache. It could be gouache.
Gouache.
Very cool. Anyways, it's a cool painting by Scott Burdick. Anything else to say about said painting?
No. I mean, again, we're at that point now where none of these are going to be really horrible, right?
They're all going to be bangers.
I think this
one's even the whimsical ones are going to be really good.
Particularly good one. Yeah. So, who wants to start? Let's go with Patrick first.
Okay, so let's go to page 20.
Is that one of yours, Jack?
Yes.
See, that's why I chose Jack first.
Cultivating campaign cultures. Giving your campaign societies and their people a culture. I guess this is tips on really how to flesh out whatever society you want to expose your players to, languages, possessions, things like that, and their customs. It's a lot of info here. Not just the philosophy charts are really kind of cool and stuff, but I don't know, Jack. How did you feel about this article? I thought it was nice info, but again, I don't know if this was needed.
Well, first of all, it's written by Buck Deason Holmes. That's a moniker. That you can hang a hat on that name.
Yeah, that guy wears a cowboy hat.
Yeah, he's got
a cowboy hat or a trucker's hat.
But the gist is that if you're making a world, you want to make it feel lived in, and these are some of the things that he decided would make your world feel lived in. Some of the highlights being make the people sound regional, use accents, make people have carry or wear certain things that in real life when you go traveling. Notice these.
They had onions on their belts because it was a style at the time.
Exactly, because you went to Shelbyville in the 30s. Yeah. Yes. Certain things like that. Where I think this article really shown was that there was something about customs where when you went to this region, and there was two charts where you could just roll random. And I'm a sucker for a chart. Give me a chart. And basically, you would just notice that when you went to this region, they thought this thing, and then the secondary chart was like an addendum to that.
I did, and I enjoyed that. But I looked at some of the charts, and nowadays, if you look on chart A, roll 42, 45, trouble.
Oh. Gender is the first word, so yeah, probably.
Okay. That's amazing that's even in there, though, implying that the other's the norm, right?
Yeah.
Right. The outlier is now that men act like men
Yeah.
and women act like women, and there's a distinction. Yes.
That's
Um,
interesting.
Yeah, I think it's funny. But that being said, that included in the chart just spells trouble.
That would trigger some people for sure.
Yeah.
in a game now, if you released it, people would have a problem. And yes, I'm sure if we had more than 16 subscribers,
Well,
someone in the comments would be typing right now.
I think but that would be a way to discuss it, right? Like I guess it matters what you're doing it for, but that, like, there's also one gender must be subservient to the other. Like,
Yeah, I saw that one too.
like that's a way to flip it on its end. Obviously, you can make the men subservient to the women, and I'm thinking in a storyline, like a TV show or something, there would be a way to discuss it to make it, show how stupid it is, right? But I guess if you're playing a role-playing game, you don't have to show how stupid it is. You should all be like-minded and thinking that's stupid, so you don't really have to show it.
Yes, there's a whip pan over to Will Wheaton, and he's on the planet away
Stepped on a
team,
flower. Yeah.
and he's gone off down a corridor, and now he's talking to someone about why. Well, you shouldn't be doing that. That's slavery. And then the woman comes over and says, "Stop talking to my slave." And then
you think they're such great people, but it turns out, oh no.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he's on trial.
No.
Yeah. I'm also a sucker for making a place feel lived in, like there's tangible stuff, and the conclusion of the article is this is how you're going to make your players, the role playing, feel like you're talking to someone that's a foreigner, you've traveled someplace foreign, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my article.
Yeah, mine too.
I'll go to my article then. We're going to go to page, I think it's on page 8, coincidentally. The editorial is no editorial about Bob. Bob's a bad GM. He's talking about a GM he had named Bob, who for some reason liked GMing playing Traveler, but he always made all his players roll for breast size, male or female. And even Bob's wife was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "It's important."
It's important.
And he said that Traveler should not be judged on Bob's playing of it. For some reason, this delighted Bob. He also made everyone in his Traveler group psychic, even though in Traveler psychic is super rare. Everyone got an artifact, which also is super rare. And the universe was full of angels who sent adventurers on missions. Traveler's like a hard sci-fi game. There's no psionics is supernatural, but that's as hard as it gets, Like, it's such. Why is he playing Traveler?
Yeah.
So, after that first adventure, he somehow no one would ever find time to come back to that Traveler campaign. But they did get later sucked into another Traveler campaign by Bob. In this one, he gave a huge amount of loot to everybody, and when one player was just being a dick, he sent the Emperor of the Universe suddenly just showed up with his Zamrada to kill him, that one player. And Roger tried to kill an annoying PC, but suddenly they were able to teleport for no reason, and he got told off for trying to kill this PC. And once again, no one came back to play Bob's game. But
sounds like Bob should be a GM.
Well, eventually some players did stick around and play, and Bob's games, he would delight everyone in telling them all these weird things that happened. Eventually they ran the universe, and the angels worked for them, and just weird stuff. And but he said the thing is, Bob was a fun player, just a terrible GM. He did say that Bob
should be a GM.
He did say that one time Bob joined a Traveler game in the middle of it, and he literally killed his character within 1 minute. There was like some bad guys, but they were leaving, and so all the players are like, "Fine, let that ship go. We're fine." Bob, thinking he's a cool guy, said, "No, I'm going to ram it." So he rams the ship. He's like, "My ship's bigger. I'll survive." He doesn't understand how physics work in Traveler, because Traveler is a real game that is hard sci-fi. It's not magic. And he just disintegrated his character instantly. He didn't enjoy that much.
That's funny.
But yeah, he said, just be careful, because there is a little Bob in all of us, but don't be like Bob.
Don't be like Bob.
I think we can all agree we have played in games run by a Bob.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I've been a Bob.
I know in my mind who the Bob is.
Yeah, I've been a Bob for sure. Just done stupid things.
Fun.
But well, especially when you're young, when you're really young, it's easy to be a Bob. But this was in when he was in the Germany, so he was playing with adults because he was in the military. So this is an adult doing all this. He was married, obviously. His wife was offended by the breast size thing. So
I don't understand that at all. It's important.
it never gave up because they never went back, but they never understood why it was important to everybody be breast size. And it wasn't like they rolled normal breast size. He said that everybody was like, you know, swimsuit model, like top shelf in a grocery store, you know, kind of, you can't look at those pictures kind of breast sizes. So
how could it possibly be important though? Like how?
That's the
that
best
would
part.
plague me. Clearly, it's bothered Roger E. Moore
Yeah.
for a couple decades now. But I would wake up flop sweats at night, going, "What was he planning?" I was 36 double D.
That's
I
what he
was
said.
a man. What was going? What was the end game?
He said he lost contact with Bob, but he wishes he would have known. Why, Bob? Why? But funny story.
Bob, if you're listening,
Yeah.
why?
Why? Jack, you never got to tell us what's your next article
My second and last article would be
before Pat steals it again.
on page 32, please.
That's not one of mine.
No, me neither. Organization.
Scroll,
Scroll.
is everything. Guy's name again, Dick Hunt. Pretty good. I missed a trick a couple weeks ago. One of the articles was written by Richard Byrne, and I should have said Dick Byrne. That's on me. I got soft. I got weak. Okay. So this article is basically, if you're the GM, a hierarchy of things that you should be organizing. He starts with the rules. If you have house rules, you have to write them down. They've got to be accessible because it's a house rule. It's not going to be in the books that everyone has. It's going to be any of the rules that you're going to need to run your game, anything special that you want to highlight, everything. You have to mark it out. If you're doing something with thieves can't, you need to know that's on page 92. Like whatever you're doing, have that all set up to streamline. And I'll tell you right now, it's the reason I don't play Magic users, and it's the reason I don't get too in a system that I don't know very well. Why I don't go buck wild with options. As soon as you go, oh, okay, here, let me. What page is that? And you're looking through the book, and everyone's kind of. It for me, it kills the vibe, the mood. This, if you're flowing, and then you're like, yeah, what's the rule? What if, like, I'm falling this far, but what if no. If you have to open up the book too often, it kills the vibe. Next is the game world. Now, it's the same as the rules, except for you've got your campaign. So if you're doing Forgotten Realms, and you've got a couple of gazetteers, and you've got this, and you've got that, and he goes into maps. Maps in particular, he's like, sometimes you have to frame the map if you have to, so that it's a physical big thing right there where it's always available for everyone, and everyone's going to know the names and places, and if they don't, it's right there. Again, just keep everything rolling. He says you should have a notebook that has like NPC names and all that kind of stuff, and not plot hooks, but like what. Like a reminder, like almost like a when you write a book or something like that. What's it called? Where you write out? It's like
plot points.
Plot points. There. So if you're getting in the weeds, you just look back and go, oh yeah, that's why they're doing this or whatnot. And last is organizing your physical stuff. Everything you've organized, the things I just talked about. Each individual things, organize that as a block, because you're going to have to take that places. It's not always going to be the game at your house. You're going to have to take it. You have to travel, but also the table's only so big. So all the stuff that you've organize that so that you're not sprawled out across the entire table and everyone's got room. Makes perfect sense. The only thing that he could have done more was kind of just like lay out what he thought was important for like, well, it was very thorough. It was very thorough. I can't complain. Organization, get everything, all your ducks in a row, dot those T's, cross those I's.
Especially if you made your own campaign system, your own campaign world.
Yeah, and you're trying to find, okay, where was this? Oh, I got to look it up. Let me see where it's yeah, like Jack said, takes you out of it the moment you got to look something up. Have it on hand. Everything that you think you're going to need that adventure, have it on hand.
I think online play has made this a little easier.
Mm-hmm. You're going to have tabs open everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it, like, we'll use Roll20, for example. Part of every session, I put all the maps in. It's easy just to jump to and from maps.
And you can just make them visible as you go. Yeah. Yeah, it's
the virtual tabletop is far smaller in some ways than everyone sitting around a table with your manuals, your books, your characters, your.
And the beauty is you can always go back and read at your own leisure while everybody's talking. Okay, what was that article? Let me read it again just to be clear. Yeah, very good organization. Pat, what's your next article?
67. Days of Future Past. This is a chronological list of all the Forgotten Realms fictions that was ever written, up to date. Not up to date, up to date of 93, because I think there's still 2 or 3 more books coming out. And this has kind of got me wanting to maybe reread all of them, but this time I'm going chronological order, like how you did with the BattleTech books.
Mm-hmm.
You read them as they came released, right? You didn't go
No, I did in chronological order in the world.
Okay. And this is what this list is, that all the Forgotten Realms books. And at what point I had all these softbacks, but then I got in my head that I wanted to create a library, so I donated all my softbacks and just kept all my hardbacks.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a grown-up library. No more softback books.
Yeah.
Well, I heard, and this is counter to everything I believe, but if you love books, you should have 3 copies of every book. The one that you read in the bathtub and when you're eating and all that nonsense, the one you lend out and you'll never see again, and then the hardcover that goes on the shelf.
Yeah, you never touch it.
The problem is most of these books didn't come in hardcover.
No, they only put the reprints in the hardcovers or the original ones.
So, I mean, that being said, it's not hard to Kindle these books.
So is that the DR? Is that the actual year that the game?
Yeah,
that's neat.
Yeah.
So it is in.
There was I forget what the DR stands for, but there was a point when the 2 gods fought each other. The goddess of magic and I think the god of underworld had a little spat, and they ended up killing each other. And that's when wild magic comes, and magic goes kind of awry. And then 2 kind of mortals have taken. There was like an assassin and another magic user, then have to ascend and to take those 2 holes that were filled in the pantheon to bring order back to magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool. So there you go. If you're chronologically in the world, you want to read the stories in order, there it is.
It's a lot of books.
There's
a lot. I forget how many books, but I would wager that I've read at least 98% of these books.
Wow. It's crazy.
I haven't even read 98 books.
My last article, I believe it's my last. No, I have another joke article I have to go to at the end, but my last article is on page 26.
I have one more.
Look at that guy chained up.
I'm sorry, what page?
26.
What page did you say again?
26. It's Art of Storytelling. It's by Lisa Stevens. So it's pretty much just another one of those articles telling how to create an adventure like a story. So plot, setting, character, theme, and then she's like also have set pieces. Like you have to have an action set piece, a role playing set piece. You have some problem solving, flexibility, discovery, rewards, and at the end always have future plot hooks so you can add it onto a future adventure. But she does say that it's easy to set this all up and have all your story ready, and it's almost like a story. But PCs are there to work with you, so it's a collaboration in the end. So that's what the flexibility is for, because you never know what the PCs are going to end up doing. You have to help them fit into the storyline.
100%.
But we've seen a lot of these kind of articles, but it was a nice, clear, concise one, so I thought I'd point it out. Pat, what's your last article?
76. And we're going to go down to page 78, really, at the bottom there. Wizards the Game. So this the Bob Ashke movie RPG. Now
Is
the
it
guy
really?
who reviewed this, the guy who reviewed this hated the movie. I loved it as a kid. And he hates the RPG as well. One of the main reasons why he hates RPG is because there's apparently not enough background. It's almost in the background, not background in the book for him. I really think it's probably more the fact that he hates the movie than anything else. What was his parting statement to this game? He says it's a game, it has potential, but it's a work in progress, and it needs development. But ultimately, if you want to make an RPG from a movie, pick a better movie.
He just hates that Bashy movie.
Yeah.
Every couple of years, I watch Wizards.
I like it. It's not. I'm not going to say it's a bastion of art, but it's a cool story, and
it was revolutionary at the time.
Yes.
And then it was okay. Then it was quaintly outdated, and now it's back to being a thing of its time. The animation, the rotoscoping, everything about it. Everything about it. The trench warfare with cartoons, and then a wizard the brother wizard who brings Nazis to come
take over the world.
It's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. So, I mean, the game itself could suck, but I wouldn't put the game sucking because the movie sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't think the movie sucked.
Oh, well. Comment below if you think the movie sucked. My last article is on page 105.
Actually, I have one quick mention after this.
It's the spider impaling the guy. Yeah, I just want to ask Pat, is this triggering you?
No. But I will say, I had fallen asleep in the recliner today, and I jump scared myself awake. Because I was having a nightmare that there was a spider on my arm, and it was like it looked like that thing.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, I almost lost my foot to a spider bite.
Yeah. So, Pat's still recovering. So, that's your doctor there preparing the.
Exactly.
Longtime fans of the show who remember Pat infirmed in his hospital bed. Yes, at the time there was a brown recluse spider bite tearing his foot up pretty bad, and thankfully got to keep all his toes, but it's been a long...
Now, if someone had told me not to scratch it and it would go away, I would have done that.
You wish.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that's not the way it works. What's your last article? You said you had one more?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't see my notes. 85. This will be real quick. There's not much to it. 3 Wizards Too Many. This is another Ed Greenwood article, like the one a couple weeks ago, where Elminster, Mordenkainen, and Dalmor get together and have a little conclave, and then with the conclave, you get new spells, new magic items, and a couple new monsters. And I think all these are really cool when Ed does these, because he doesn't hold back, and you get a lot of really cool things.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking for more stuff to add to your thing, this is the article. There is a monster here that I wanted to reach out for for Rob, since he has PTSD, is the Stellurge.
What? It's like a super sturge?
It's the rare. It's a super sturge.
No.
It's got greater strength and greater blood draining abilities
You
or
need
blood draining
greater,
capacity. Yeah.
so it can kill you faster.
Yes, exactly. So
Not what we need.
I just want to point that out since Rob has such PTSD with the Sturges. Now these things are coming at you.
Well, it's they're a super sturge, but it's a common misconception. The symbol on his chest actually means hope.
Ah, thankful.
Hope to die.
Let's go for ads. Jack, what's your only ad?
Okay, we're gonna go to page 49, please.
49. This is one of mine.
49 or 41?
Did I stutter?
Yes, because I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, 49, please.
Oh, this is also one of mine.
Mutant Chronicles Evolution about to take a nasty turn. Now I wrote down creature effects. Now come on, look. I'm a sucker for a moist puppet, and look at that thing. The vaguely fleshy horns that they don't look like tusks or like horns from a mammal. They look fleshy. The eyes, the whole like that is I don't know if that's from a movie or whatever they're working on, or if that was created just for the advertising of this, but that's a pretty dope looking bit of special effects.
So my notes ask, is this the first time we see an ad for Mutant Chronicles?
Yeah, I believe so. Jack, do you understand what Mutant Chronicles is?
I know that I saw a movie based in the world once with Thomas Jane in it.
And Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
There was a movie for Mutant Chronicles?
Mm-hmm.
What was that movie called?
Mutant Chronicles?
Did I watch it? I don't think I watched it then.
What's it called? Mutant Chronicles? Can't remember.
I forget.
It's a good movie.
And I think you have a role-playing game.
Yeah. Not Free League, Modifius, when they first started. They brought out all the Mutant Chronicles again. And also the miniature game is being brought back by friends of the Dead Zone the podcast show. It was a kind of a competitor to 40K for a while, like a real close competitor. They came out with board games, they came out with role-playing games, and it was pretty big for a little bit, and then it kind of fell off.
They had a bunch. I remember seeing a bunch of books too.
Yeah, fiction. Yep, they had a big thing.
Big world. Leads into my second point. It says synergy in my notes. Now, if you look at the bottom of the ad, it's got the science fiction books written by William P. Wu. So there's novelization. Then you kick over one. Heartbreaker role-playing games makes miniatures and looks like three different varieties of something. There's manuals and it looks like a box set.
Yeah, Blood Berets is a box set of one of the factions.
And then we continue over to what looks like a
it's a Mutant Chronicles Siege of the Citadel. I have the remake of this game. They did a Kickstarter a while back, so I have.
Who did that?
Was it Modifius? Might have actually been Modifius still. And
it looks like multiple companies all together under one creative direction. It looks like a huge undertaking.
Yeah, it's a thing, but it's funny that we hadn't seen ads for it yet because it's been around for a while. I think it started in the 80s, so it's just odd that we haven't really seen anything from it. This is like a rebranding too. I think before it wasn't. I don't think that's logo and stuff. But yeah, it's interesting. It just popped up.
Mm-hmm.
So Pat, what's your first ad then?
First ad is going to be page 7.
7. Yeah, what is this? I noticed this too.
Sentinels fighting back, and I'm like, oh, what is this? Is it? This can't be Cult, is it?
No, it's a different company. This is MGI.
Yeah.
That's a Glenn Fabry painting, though. For the guy who did all the covers for Preacher. So
yeah.
He's used to doing Angels. This was way before Preacher, though.
But, so I was just curious of what this is.
No idea.
I thought it was cool when I first saw it, and I looked down at that logo, and I went, no, I have no idea. That's...
Yeah, no idea.
Rings no bells.
So if
That's
anybody
all
knows,
it was.
let us know
What is
what it
this?
is. Because I do keep seeing these MGI ads that don't really tell you anything. They just have awesome pictures. So something's little teasers.
Is this one of those games that they tease out and then never come out, or
Yeah,
did
could
it
be.
actually come out?
Who knows?
Because we've been hit in the face with a couple of those already now.
Yeah.
For sure. My first ad's going to be on page 99.
Oh, that's my last one.
It was so odd because I scrolled down and like, what the hell? This is a toy ad. It's for Exo Squad, the toy game. And I
Like
was,
now, but now we're putting minifigs in ads now.
yeah, it's such a weird thing to have a toy ad in Dragon Magazine. I don't think we've ever seen one before. But
No,
Exo
it ain't
Squad was a
me.
TV show, and amazing TV show, an amazing toy line that is very cool. And yeah, it's just funny that it was in here.
It may or may not be a cool TV show, but I remember the first time I saw an episode, and it was Rob and I had stayed awake for 48 hours, and it was on, and it was graphic violence first thing in the morning on people just getting gunned down in the TV show.
Yeah, it's about slave rebellion and the humans trying to get the slaves to stop rebelling. And yeah, it's pretty much powered suits and big genetically engineered slaves that the humans are fighting, and it's they're losing the battle, but they come around in the end. Really good show. For what it was at the time, it was groundbreaking, and the toys were cool too. And some of the toys were licensed from BattleTech, so it was a little crossover from BattleTech. There'd be like a Marauder and stuff in it. So
Oh, I didn't know they took some mess.
because I think that by this point the BattleTech line had failed, so Playmates had all these molds that they needed to use. So
So if they could cram an action
yeah.
figure into a carapace of a
Yeah.
of a
pretty much. Yeah. Who's Jack? Any more ads?
I'm done.
Pat? Any more ads?
That one was my last one.
I have one more ad, 123, because the ghost of Lorraine Williams is still back. Buck Rogers is back,
No.
baby. How could he let it die? I said, a new way to beat the dead horse. Looks like it's back to the original serial version of Buck Rogers, the old classic 30s one. And yeah, it's based on the comic strips, so one last blast. Everything else has failed. Let's go back to the beginning.
Exactly.
And
It's
it says
just so obvious.
coming soon. Like,
Does it come?
but also like the illusion of it's this new product coming out. Yes, it is a new product to be, but at this point we've seen Buck Rogers books, games, novelization from
Reboots about 3 times.
yeah, like it's, I don't know why anyone would look at that and go, oh, that's new.
I've been waiting for the serials version.
I've been waiting for the same thing, but only with the aesthetics slightly skewed genres. Like that's, but maybe I'm jaded.
I think we're all jaded, but Lorraine wants her money. Anything else to talk about?
No, that's it for me.
We will go back to the beginning. Good old Rob issue. It's going to be nice and short, so if you have anything to say, now's the time. Any ranting? Any of you guys have anything to say about life in general?
No.
This has been an episode. We'll have another one next week. It just keeps ticking. We're almost to 200.
Keep going. Till the wheels fall off.
Time keeps on ticking.
Ticking.
Into the future.
Thank you.
Like, share, subscribe, comment below, because Jack reads every comment.
Thankfully, they haven't commented in
We only got one comment on the latest episode.
Did we?
months.
Comment. These guys are cry. Every time there's no comments, they just weep at me. I don't want their salty tears on me anymore. It's disgusting.
People are finally learning. When I said no comments, I meant it.
You didn't.
Next week it'll be 197, and we'll be back. So until then, I've been Rob.
And I'm Jack.
And I'm Chopper.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.